RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education, and ISO certified.
Yeah, thank you. Yesterday, first day, we have seen about how this AI tool going to support in the field of research. And the second day, we have discussed about how this AI tool is support in the field of education. Now, this is entirely different from the concepts, which is called as responsible and ethical AI usages. So as a user, what are all the things we need to share and we can extract the informations from the AI tool as a rule of government, any government, and we have to follow the ethics and law and responsible. And we must be trust in the heart, what the things we can able to discuss with AI and what the things we should not discuss with AI legally, and it is an ethical also. So today's session, we will be focusing on these concepts. What all the contents I can chat with AI in order to extract the informations, or what is the thing I have to do it, or what is the thing I should not do it with an AI tool. So this is the thing today's sessions we're going to discuss, and this is fully ethical and responsible. If you are trust to the AI tool, you can do that one. So I'm not against this one, but you should be aware of it. What is the responsible things we are going to make it? So today we will start the session. First, what we can do. That's the first important aspects. So with an AI, ethical AI, you can see, do it in a specific of your format. So ask for an information from the public or verifiable sources. So whenever you are chatting, you can see here, suppose I'm going to chat here. I'll take any one AI so that you can see any AI. Okay, better I go here. Today I'll go with different types of AI. So I'm using a Gemini. Okay. Now I want to know, better we can go here. I need to understand the basic concepts of, okay, let it be of, I'm coming with a new concept name, it is of ant design. So you can see that the informations which has been taken by the AI, key concept, everything will be there. And if you want to know, I want to know the sources also. Sources, please. Okay, so you can see that where the information has been taken, from which website it has been taken, all those things you can get here. So you can see here. So from which part of an official and design website they had been taken the information. So the primary source of information, including the official documents, design principles, and components libraries, they had been taken. Similarly, we can go here. The same thing I can go with any AI. Either it can be a black box AI or any AI I'm going to make it. And you can see here, I'll go with a different AI, how far they are taking. And when I come for here, you can see voice recognition is possible here. Video camera is also, live call is also possible. So this agent is entirely from this agent. So whichever you're comfortable, you can go here with an AI and we can able to chat here. And one thing you can understand that whatever the transactions I'm doing here, it will be notable in my account. So you can see here my account. So whatever the information I'm extracting from the AI or even the Google search or even the browser, every informations will be stored in the form of cookies. And from the cookies, we can able to extract the data also. For example, I'm saying that, see, I'm going to make it like letter S here. You can see what are all the things I had been searched in my system. This is called client mission. So what is the thing I have searched here? Even you can type any letter. Suppose I'm going with a letter with an I. What are all the data I am searching from the browser? So this is called as a temporary of my information, and which is called as a cookies. The same thing, if I go with a Google search engine, so I'm going to make it with a Google search engines, and I'm going to chat here. Let it be of type S here, or any letters if you want. See here. If I type, you can see what all I have searched here in the search engines. So both are different process. This is with a server, what the most of the people has been searched here. And this is regarding about my client missions, which has been here. The same way, if I use any AI, look at very carefully, the AI will monitor your data, what data you are searched, whether it is illegal or illegal. Yesterday, I think I talked about the AI. I am having a headache and what I have to do it. Then the next statement is as an ethical point of view, please meet the physical doctors. So is the main responsible that the participants should understand that what information I have to gather from the AI, and I want to make my hard work into a smart work. That's the one thing you have to make it here. And you can see the chat or load landing pages or whatever the things we can go here. Similarly, I want to know, understand the concepts of synchronization. I'm going here with the keyword of synchronization, right? In mobile phone. So I want to make it in the synchronization of my mobile phone. So what is the thing I'm going here? So this is what you can see here. What are all the things has been coming here and how they are taking the data. And you can see I want the sources also. If you want, you can take the sources also from the informations. You can see from where the data has been taken. You can see all the sources which has been coming here. So what this A is doing, it is customizing your query and it is fetching the data from the database, and it is fetching the same thing I can able to write here also. You can see here, this is a normal Google search engine. I want to make it with a Google search engine or any search engine, whatever the search engines you want to make it. I am going to make it understand the concepts of synchronization in mobile phone. Okay. So you can see here, there is a difference between the Google search engines and also the AI. Here we are using a different AI. The AI, what will do, this is called as, you can see that yesterday class we have discussed about GPT, generative predictive transformer. So whatever I had done previously queries, that query is always related with that, and it will search the appropriate content and it will going to make it here. So the participants must understand that what the thing we can able to search and what the thing cannot able to be searched here. So that is what the first thing. So when I go for the first point here, you can see here, do a specific in your prompt. Ask the information from the public and verify the sources. First point. Second one, do you require citation? Either you need a citation link, you can see here. Ask AI to provide the source link for or reference for the information. Same thing we can come here. I want the sources. Website link, please. So I can ask here the website link for the data so that I can able to take the data from which websites the content has been provided. So you can take any AI. Even here, I'm going to see they are given the website address itself. So where they had been taken, how they had been taken this address, and you can see all those things will be available here. So this is what the second point you can able to do it. I'm coming about what you are going to do it. And third, very, very important, even the researchers or parents or family members who is using a AI for your customization of a work, please always cross-reference the information from AI with the sources. That's the one of the important aspects. Sometimes what most of the participants or most of the persons are typing the information, and whatever the AI has provided, whether it is relevant to your content, whether the content, because you're asking general information. Suppose I'm asking an ant design. So ant design means it can be done by the programmers. So only the programmers can understand the basic concept, whereas the non-programmers cannot able to understand that one. So you have to cross-reference whether the content is relative. For example, if I say that I'm coming here with one thing, natural language processing can be in any domain. So I want to make it particularly natural language processing in the medical domain. So whether the content, it is related with natural language processing with the medical domain, that you should be aware of that one. So please, I request all the participants, whenever you're getting the output from the AI, see the output has been given here. Anyway, I come here. You can see the output has been given and you can check the output, whether it has been the related relevance, what you are asked, it has been created. You can see that they are giving all the things here. It has been given with a PostgreSQL, one of the database tools which has been used for the SQL. Okay, suppose you are not using a PostgreSQL, then this data is entirely waste for us. So you should make a cross-reference. You can cross-reference whether it is relevant to a particular data, whether you can able to make a synchronization of your data. Any AI, even here, if you come here, we can see that whether it has been installed. See here, all the contents has been given here. So whether you can able to understand or not. So all these things, a cross-reference is compulsory needed, especially when you go for research side. Some of the persons, what they are doing, whatever the AI has been provided, they are literally, they are copied and make it here without trust. They are trust on the AI. So I'm not saying that you should not make a trust, but at least go for cross-reference, whether this idea or the whatever the work has been provided by AI is relevant to your research work or relevant to your seminars or relevant to your presentation. Whether it is matches your presentation, please go through properly and then take. That's what do verify the output. Once it is reducing the work, but we should not have to go with 100%. At least go for cross verification. And next one, do disclose AI usage. Be transparent about using AI as a tool in your work. So you must know that I have done this data, I have taken this data for this seminar from this AI tool. Even I am showing in front of you, I am taking the data from this AI. I am taking the data from this AI tool since it is a freeware. Of course, it's legal. So that I'm giving explanations with all the freeware AI tool, not paid version. So you should understand that even while taking the seminars also, we should have to follow the certain protocol such that I should not direct the participants or the persons in the negative directions. Since AI tool is providing here, yesterday itself on research side, I told very clearly, the novelty is very important which the AI has been provided, it cannot be accepted as a research work. The novelty, the research gap, to find out the research gap and fill the research gap based on our novelty rather than the AI. So that's what I told very focusedly on that in AI also. Just for taking the content, we can use the AI, not the entire content for the research work. That's you should be understand. So it should be transparent about what AI you are using on your work and how you are solve the issues here. This is what we have to come for do. Next thing you can see here, do request on check on bias, which means that from the background process, how to identify the AI and I want to make it present. And you should always clear that from the reference, whenever you're taking a seminar or whenever you're going for assignment or whenever you're going to this one, at last you can give the reference from this AI, I have taken this data. But if you give this AI for reference for research side, it can't be accepted. The research must be the novelty of the human, not by the novelty of the machine. That you should understand in the ethical informations of AI of informations, right? So this is what the thing we are coming here. The next thing you can see, second thing also do's. What are all the do's you can do it here? Respecting the data and the intellectual properties, especially we should very careful about the intellectual property. Ensure that prompt never contain very important. You should not give your personal or confidential or sensitive informations to the AI. I can say that I am a trainer, I am a resource person, or I am a member of this company, or I am the members of this club, and I want the detail, and I want to give a vote of thanks for this one, or I want to welcome speech. That is possible. Apart from that, don't give any personal information. And sometimes, there is a cases has been happened because of some persons giving their personal detail and they're extracting the informations with the AI. If it is illegal, the AI will automatically send the informations to the appropriate government, maybe cybercrime or cyber law. If this does not satisfy the cyber law, automatically it will be passed the informations. So please aware of it. Even I'm opening the AI and I'm doing some misbehave informations in the digital world, then that informations will be stored in this AI and will be reflected to the appropriate thing. So please aware what you have to do it is never ever give your personal or confidential or sensitive manner to the AI. And you must be establish your information in order to, suppose I am a research person. I'm doing a research on particular domain. Then I can give that I am a research person for this age and I have been here with the research so that I can do it. It is possible, but not giving my personal or confidential matters to this one. Of course, anyway, AI will take from the Google profile. Since I'm logged in with a Google profile and I'm going to chat, you can see here, you can see my profile also. So from the profile, it will take what all I'm searching on, what, suppose I am illegal to the research, automatically it will make a note of it. This person has taken these missed data. You can see all the histories will be here. You can see here what all the things I had been searched for this entire search engines, entire thing will be maintained here. So here also you can go here. Any AI you take, the histories will be there. What are all the things I had been searched here? Even for plagiarism checking, it will be a problem to us when you go for the contents of searching. So please aware of the ensure that from that, these are all the do's we are coming here. Prioritize and integrate. And next one, do respects of copyright. You only use AI to analyze the contents you have to legal to access. What I can do, suppose you can see that a students consist of 60% and all the marks has been uploaded. I want to find out the rank, or I want to find out the average, or I want to find out the percentage. Then I can use it in order to customize my work and in order to reduce my work. That you can be uploaded. You can just take images and upload and you can get the data. Suppose I'm having the image content, I want to convert it to the document content, then I can upload. So that's what thing that only use AI to analyze the contents you have legal to access. So this is the second important point. And third one, do focus on analysis, not on creation. Very, 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 very important. I'm going to give the data, even if it is a research, I'm going to give the data and I can summarize the data, but I cannot able to create the data. If you're getting the data from them, then that's what we are saying that. Do focus on analysis, not a creation. So as a participants, you should be aware of it. You can extract the information. You can summarize the information. For example, if you go to any shop, you are purchasing the articles or purchasing the product, you can go for, suppose I want to purchase a TV, which TV is very effective and according to the cost analysis done by the AI. That data we can able to give it. But I cannot able to generate the new, that's what I'm saying, that you should not create the novelty, but you can create the research analysis gap. You can find out by analyzing the various papers, you can find out the research analysis gap with the AI, but I cannot able to fill the gap by the AI tool. That is illegal. So you should create your own ideas in order to fill the gaps of the researchers. I hope you can understand this one. And next one, do foster on critical thinking. AI tool help you to more deeply about topic, not a replacement of your own intellectual. That's very important. Suppose I'm giving today, now I've given that about computer networks or mobile computing or synchronization. I'm going with that topic. I have given that I want about synchronization, but I should not replace with my own intellectual concepts. That's you should be aware of the doing these concepts. Okay. This is also you should be understand here. And next one, do empower a human oversight. Treat the AI as an assistant. That's what I told that in the starting class, in the first class, I told that. Consider that AI is your friend, but not to leak out your confidential matters. Since AI, I told that as a friend, you should not give your confidential matters. What informations or what discussions you are going to discuss in order to gather the informations from your friend. This is what we can do. Suppose tomorrow morning exam, I can ask my friend to learn the topic and give me the ideas. That's all I can say. The same way we can able to get the informations from the AI. It is not fully the friend can able to write the exam. So you should understand that. That's what saying that. Treat a AI as an assistant. It is just like my assistant. What work I'm going to do, I can make it assistance and it can tell the timing and what work I have to do. With your maintaining full control. Underline the keyword, even though it is assistant, your maintaining should be of full control and responsibility for the final output. You are the responsible person when you get the data from the AI and you are going to submit to the higher officials or you're going to prompt to some other persons. You are the responsible person, not the AI is the responsible person. So AI is an assistant. Suppose I want to make a welcome speech today. So that's what I told, that who are all the resource persons, who are all the organizers, what are all the volunteers, everyone I have to welcome. So I'm going to give all this input and I'm getting a welcome speech. Of course, it is accepted, just like an assistant. Otherwise, I will take a right time. It takes more than half an hour to write the content and recheck the content, whether the content is correct or not. Everything I should ensure. This is what we can do it. Even though AI is produced, we cannot able to read as it is what the statement has been provided by AI. I want to change. After taking the content as an assistant, I can remodify the data according to the current level of the stages, and then I have to go here. So this is what respecting the data and the intellectual properties which we can be doing for this one. And next also, very important, it is also do only. Do educate yourself and others. That's very important. So AI is spreading the work so that I can complete the AI. Of course, today now without AI, we cannot able to do anything, even day-to-day life. It is coming as one of the part of the work for our AI, especially in the digital world. So if the person is very much interested in the digital side, suppose 100% they are using this AI. So what I can do it and how I can go it. That's very important. Educate yourself. That's very important. Educate yourself and others about the AI ethics and share the knowledges even with the students or any persons. We can use as an assistant, but we cannot able to use as entire life. As an assistant, I can able to extract the data and I can able to be processed. This is the one of the do's. And second one, set a clear guidelines. Before you are starting AI, what you're going to use, what data you needed, whether it is an ethical. There's a two things is that ethical, I'll come with the next part. How AI has been designed with an ethical point of view. That's the one thing. Next one, how this AI can be used as a customer point of view. So when the person who is using this AI tool, there are certain ethics to be followed. Similarly, when I'm going to design an AI, certain ethics to be followed. Two things are very important. I can't able to design AI as my own. There are certain laws is there, certain ethics is there. So what information if the user asks, we can able to provide. What if information if the user asks, we cannot able to provide. So two categories of ethics is there. One it is with AI tool, another one it is with the user. So both the things you should need consider. That is what they are saying, that set a clear guidelines, establish and communicate a clear policies. Of course, I will come with a later on with so many links. How far it is going with a clear ethical usage of AI. So this is the second point. Third one, do encourage a responsible user. Promote the use of AI for legitimate and constructive purpose mainly. We don't want to go, of course, I'm not saying that you should not use AI. Use AI for a smarter work, for analysis work, but not for the creation work. You can use for analysis, but not for creation. If you want to create anything, with the help of analysis, you just create with the concepts. So that is what we are mainly focusing on. And do ask for the feedback. Engage in discussions with the faculties and the parents to refine the AI policy. So we have to go for getting a feedback mostly. Even at the end of the workshop sessions, we are asking the feedback and it has been reviewed. And if all the presenters, those who are participants, this has been done here. If all the participants or response, suppose if 25 participants are there, if all the 25 participants are giving a feedback, then we can understand that they have been listening the classes and it has been going smoothly. Only one participant has given the feedback. Remaining 24 participants has not given the feedback. Just a minute. Just a minute. Just a second. Now we can see here. So this is what about the encouraging of feedback. So the participants, those who are being listening the class, unless they are not giving the feedback, which reflects that maybe the session may be of not as of their expectation. So these can be analysis by AI. The AI will give the detail that whether how many participants has been participated, how many hours they have been interactive. All those things can be taken from the AI, because when you go for business, we are using the AI tool for analysis. That's what I told that. AI tool can be used for an analysis, not for creation. So even the workshop which you are conducting for 3 days, we are getting the analysis from the participants because you are the key source. And these analysis can be done with the help of AI in order to give the clear picture. So what is the positive points? What is the negative points? So that what we can do it in the next level of workshop. So we have to, this is a business. So we have to learn by mistakes, and this analysis can be done with the help of AI. So this is what the thing we have been here. So next thing you can see. Next, we go on to the second part. Till now, we have discussed about what you have to do, but now what we should not give, what we should not do with accessing of AI. So you should very important, make a note of it. First one, don't use your private data. So we should not give any private or illegal or unwanted or unauthorized data to the AI in order to get some data. So it's very impact factor. So never give an input or share a private or protective or sensitive data. This is the first point. Second point, don't submit AI generated text for original work. Especially this is mainly focusing on research work. Most of the researchers, they are using AI and preparing the paper within 1 hour, and they are submitting the work as if they are completed. This is illegal and it is unauthorized. We can't able to submit the article which has been, I'm not complaining everyone, but some of them are doing this one. So your original work should not be generated or created by the AI. It should be your own data as ethical values. I'm not coming with whether it is right or wrong. I'm coming here as an ethics. Generation and creation should not be done by AI, whereas analysis and applying, we can go for with the help of AI. So that is the second point. Do not use a plagiarism. And third point, you can see that copyrights, of course. Suppose I'm getting the data from this AI, I have to mention that these are all the data has been retrieved from this AIs, and these are all the data has been retrieved from this AIs. This is about the rights. And third one, you can see avoid using AI in malicious. Don't go for illegal of retrieving the data, unauthorized data or unaffected data we should use here. Don't create a misinformation, right? You should not provide any wrong data or misleading informations to the AI such that you have to extract the data. So that should not be possible. As ethical breaches, the heading itself, you can see here, it is an ethical breaches. Don't be dishonest. Don't be dishonest and unethical. So this is the thing you should understand. The next thing, you can see that be a passive user. Don't losing your critical edge. Don't accept the output without verification. That's what I told that. Even though AI outputs has been given, you should not blindly accept that whether they are correct. So that's what the first important point. Never trust the AI output blindly without checking the fact from which source it has been taken or which website link it has been taken, whether the data is relevant to your extractions of information. Like that, you have to check. That's what, never trust the AI's output blindly without checking the facts. So this is first point. Second point, AI lacks a moral or ethical judgment. Very important. Don't rely on here for AI for judgment. You cannot able to say that this statement has been given by this AI so that I can use it. No, it is not possible to refer, but we can go for reference, but you cannot give an ethical judgments that this is the moral has been given by the AI. So that is the second point. And third point, don't use it as a crutch. Avoid Don't use AI to avoid learning or skip to the process of critical analysis and research. That's what I told that. We should not see, if I want to learn some program, or if I want to be a programmer, or if I want to get practice with some technical issues. Suppose I want to learn some Java, consider that, and I want some critical program to solve it. So I can ask AI, that's good for learning. But for researchers, I should not learn. I can get the literature survey papers from various research AI too. Of course, literature survey. If you want, you can go for an analysis, get the research gap, what gap from this paper, what gap from this paper. Now, how to rectify this gap? It should not be from the AI as an ethical positive. So I'm talking only ethical values. So as that point, we should not be defense on here. That's what we are saying, that don't use it as a crutch. Then don't assume neutrality. Remember that AI model can reflect the bias presence as of the training data. So AI, how this AI is providing the data? Already it has been trained. So which data has been taken from which data, and which from the website for a reference they have been doing here. So this is what it is about, as human neutrality. And don't use a shortcut for hard work. That's what very important. We can do the smart work, but we should not entirely rely on the AI to make your effort very easy. That's what I told, that whatever the AI is providing, I can go and submit here and I can get marks, or I can get an award, or I can get a degree. That's not ethical. That's the only point we are coming here with this one. And third, next thing you can see, be unaware and irresponsible. Don't danger of negligence. So don't ignore the risk. Be aware of potential for privacy breaches and data's misuse. We should not misuse the data. Suppose I'm getting a data from the hospital for my work with the permission of the hospitals, or I'm going to get the data from the school for permissions from the appropriate research work. So that data should not be fettered, or that data should not be misused with an AI. So the data's privacy breaches, data breaches, or data privacy breaches, or data misuse should not be here. So that's the one important point, what I should not do with an AI. The next one, don't fail to set a boundary. So what you're going without clear rules, AI cannot use this way, make it very clear. So this is what very important. And they don't be source of false information. So you should not provide any false informations without checking, or you becoming a part of a problem. There are a lot of cases has been filed because of this AI. Misused data, they have been misused, so that there has been cases has been filed here. You can even that's not legal to deliver the informations in the webinar, in this workshop. So you can go and search it, how many things has been happened, because that is that's an ethics. I can't able to prompt that. So, but think that something has been happened because of the misuse of informations with the AI tool. So you can search in the Google, or you can search it. That is ethical. As a resource person, I can't able to prompt, since it is an ethical values. And next one, don't violate your institution's policy. That's another one thing. We should not provide all the necessary informations and the policies which has been followed by an institutions or an organizations. So we can't able to give all the details to the AI. Once if you give, it will be make a note of it. That's very important aspects here. So please aware of it. We should not provide all the informations to the, I'm not saying that we should not provide. The policy should be maintained, and the procedures should be maintained of a particular institutions or an organization as an ethical awareness. So this is all the responsibility of the person who is using the AI. And now we go here. I told about the detecting of encountering a misuse. You can see here in this is the one website which is used for, you can see that. I'll go here all. You can see 7 example of AI misuse in educations. This is a website. That's what I'm coming here. So as an ethical point of view, I'm coming with a reference, right? You can see here. So they have provide the details, a defining of AI in misuse in education, equality, privacy. You can see that this is all relevant. That's why I'm giving the information. Otherwise, I will give a practical examples. In you can see practical examples. Misuse in education, very important. Plagiarism of writing content. All the contents which has been taken by the here, and you can see artificial network. Nowadays, even the flowchart has been drawn by the AI, where the students are not ready to go with the diagrammatic representation. They are coming with an artificial, and they are taking it and they're making a presentation. Of course, it is illegal. Next, computational AI. translation, bypassing the SPLASI, another one, bypass especially side, yeah, you supervise assessment and last program. Students are ready to write the code in the programming tool. They are ready to write the tool. They want the program from the AI. Most of the school students and most of the college students, what they are doing, if you give one program, they are just putting on the AI and they are taking the program and they are submitting. If you ask to customize, they do not know what is the customization. Even the students with a UG and PG degree, if they are doing a project, the entire project has been done by the AI. But even they do not know what is the basic HTML tags or basic image tag, but they are done the yes, same thing which has been done here with another link we have been provided here. And next, I'm coming here. You can see it's about another heading. Students of misuse. You can see that nowadays, students of misuse of generative AI tool for university related tasks. Majority of the students, now they are not ready to write. Suppose I want to write a Python program. They are not ready to go with the Anaconda navigators or Python IDE. They are straight away going to the any one of the AI and they are typing the code and copying the code and running in the environment and they are submitting. I do not know how far they are able to customize their code. If I ask you to customize, they do not know where the variable has been declared. What is the point of the next line in the code? They are not understanding here. So this is also called as a students misusing of generative AI tool for university. When they are being a students, it's no problem. But when they are being an employee, then it is not the right way to get the data without customization. They should understand. If the students understand the code and extract the code, then it's very good. Without understanding the code, they are extracting the informations, then it is a problem. So this is what the thing we have been coming here. And next, you can see here, same thing, ethical usages of AI by the user. So you can see AI tool, control the ethical components, and you can see here harmful for society. Responsible interactions build a trust and safety, and harm society and individual, and judgments. And what we all discuss here, the same thing, objective guide the user to interact responsibly. Now we can say that. So this is the one code which has been used by the UNESCO. See, UNESCO has provided, I told that two part. One thing is what are all the ethics and what are all the responsible for the user to chat with AI. That's what we have discussed. That is first part. Now what I'm going to do, if I want to design an AI, okay, then I have to follow. If I want to design or build an AI tool, then I want to follow a certain task. And what all the ethics as a developer, what ethics I have to follow here. This is the thing we have to make it. So you can see this is about a global ethics of governance of observatory. You can see that you can go with all the websites which is available. So this is all in ethics related. And I'm refreshing the content. It takes time to refresh. You can see here. Global AI ethics. This is for the developer side. And you can see here, it is asking every time you can see that it's asking a cookies. So I must accept. So you can see that global AI ethics governance and observatory. So what all the governance has been used and what are all the principles, values, everything has been displayed in the website for using of this AI. So this is what ethical use of AI by the user. Second one is that introductions to the user settings. Now we can go with the link. I don't want to go with the content because I've given a deep descriptions about the users. Now you can see the link here. I'll go here with that. It cannot be open the specified file, right? Anyway, I'll open it. Next thing you can see that the transparency in AI. You can see this is about transparency. Okay. Yeah. So this is guidelines which has been provided by the Harvard University for designing an AI. So you can see all the guidelines, what all the guidelines has been used here for education systems. They are being done here. So this is what about, this is also one of the presentations which has been coming here. So transparency in usage. Disclose when AI assistant is a content creation and AI outputs are fully a human made and its contribution of research, teaching or a publication, teaching or publications and also transparency to prevent the misunderstanding and build a trust among the peers and the audience. So this is all the things which has been coming here by the guidelines of the library, which has been provided by the Harvard universities, right? And you can see here, avoid misuse, very important. Don't generate a harmful or offensive or misleading contents. Avoid the plagiarisms of using the AI tool. So I want to write an article without plagiarism. I need to write an article. Of course, AI will provide. Of course, AI will provide. But one thing we have to cross-verify. And second thing, we have to go that whether it is a, nowadays you can see all the plagiarisms also coming with it's a human-made paper or AI. Nowadays, they have started checking. Even for plagiarisms, whether it has been generated by the human or it has been generated by the AI. So plagiarism content of AI generation, plagiarism content of human generation. So like this, they have started using the tool to analyze the articles which has been submitted in any journals also. So that's what we are saying, that we should be avoid misuse of harmful informations or offensive informations like this, and legal and reputations consequences you can see here. So you can see here, this is about, you can see that it is about a policy observatory. So what are all the policies are there for generating a AI? Transparency, robustness, security, you can see everything will be here. All these things are, I'm giving with an ethical of point from the websites I taken, and I'm making a links to you. So what are all the policies is available here for the principles of, see here, the heading is of principles of trustworthy of AI. So how many percentage of trustworthy of AI we can able to make it here. So this is what the thing we are coming here. And next one, it is of fact of checking and verification. So sometimes, even sometimes, if I give the data, suppose I'm going to give 1,000 data, I want to make it analysis. Sometimes the AI cannot able to give the perfect data. And you should not trust. You should go for re-verification, whether it has been given the right data, whether it has been provided the right data or not. All the informations must be checked here. So this is called as a fact checking and verification. So AI can produce a error or outdated information also. Even the old informations without sources also it can be generated, because all AIs, or it is sort mainly as a training the data, and it used to train the data, and it has been going here. That's what all the data are trained. When I ask the queries, it is going to test and it is going to provide the data. So you should be very aware of this one. So this is what thing of AI can produce error and outdated information, and providing the output for certain analysis, get the source from the same AI and check whether this AI has been given the right data or not. So this is all ethics. Sir, we have to check. It's your ethics. If you want to make an ethical point of view, then you check it. If don't need, then you can attach here. No problem at all. But it is not relevant to the ethical and responsible person. That's the very important thing when you come for here. And treat an AI as an assistant. That's what. We should make it as an assistant, not an authority. I should not fully depend on the authority. I can make an assistant in order to extract my work very fastly. That's the thing we have to remember. And next one, it is of applying a creative thinking. That's too very important to every AI generated output. So first today we have checked about how the researchers is going to use in AI tool. Second day we have discussed about how this AI tool supports in education. And now we are checking about how critical thinking, especially national education policies, we should mainly focusing on critical thinking and problem solving skills. So AI will not make to increase your problem solving skills. As a human being, we have to practice. If you are a being programmer or if you want to be a researcher, then we have to go with the critical thinking, how to refill this gap analysis and avoid blindly a trustworthy of AI outputs. That's what very important. Don't trust. Even if, nowadays we can't able to trust the humans also to the most extent. So the same way we should not have to trust on AI. Please recheck that. Checking and verification is mandatory. And next one, protecting privacy. So avoid sharing the sensitive personal data with the AI. That's what once again I'm coming here. Sensitive personal data I should not provide. I think you can understand, especially a confidential informations. All those things we should not be provided here, and respect the privacy of others with AI prompt. And AI can maybe of store or learn from the input data. And ethical user protect themselves and others. Now, this is the thing we are coming here. Okay. European Data Protection and Supervisor. So this is the website I've been given here. You can see they had been provided an annual report for data protection in the year of 2024, right? 2 years back, they are given there how for the data protection supervisor is needed, how what data has to provide and what data should not be provide. All those things are maintained here. So this is what about the protecting a privacies. And next one is of accountability by the user. So user are responsible for the AI assistant decision, and AI cannot take an ethical responsibilities. Remember that, and consider the consequence of facing a user output. And ethical user take the ownership of the result, very important, and accountability here. You can see that accountability of the user. So you can see, I'll go here. Yeah. So whenever I'm searching the thing, you can see once I give refresh, it is we are bringing to the government, business, civil society to improve the state of the world, which has been related with an AI. And you can see all the contents has been provided, how these things has been, everything they are being coming under the categories. So you should understand this one. Ethics are two types. The person who is the company or the person who is developing an AI tool should also follow certain ethics. And the person who is going to use that AI tool must also follow certain ethics. So ethics is mandatory and trust is mandatory. That's what today is getting. Responsible and ethics in use of AI. Next one, avoiding a bias in the user prompt. Craft prompt would be reinforcement of stereotype, ensure a fair and balanced AI output. And next thing, avoid and exclusive content and ethical usage of promoting the reflect on social impact. Now you can see, so this is about the website which has been linked here with the partnership of OAI. So I go for allow, and you can see here a diverse community to address the important questions about our future with AI. So these are all the diverse community to address the important questions about AI. And you can see they're given a lot of documents relating to the prioritize of real-time failure detections in AI agents. See what all the things has been there, they're given. And features, what are the given agents, how can AI fortify the informations and connected with the communities, shaping a act of code of practice. And if you want, you can go through all these things, read more. Agent changes. Suppose I'm going here with the agent of changes. You can see what are all the agent monitoring, agent policy governance, AI and human connections, and what is next. Like that, they are giving the post. So everything is related with the everything is related with the response and AI. Ethics of AI we are being used here. Next one, maintaining of human oversight. Human review is essential in all. That's what I'm saying, that even I'm taking a 3 days workshop. If all the participants are giving feedback, that is another one account. Only one participants or not even one participants are filling the feedback, that's another account. Suppose they are putting in constraints, fill the feedback, then the automatic certificates will there, then everyone will submit. Then automatically the certificates will be generated. So from that, I cannot able to understand that. Suppose I'm saying that if every participants are filling the feedback, automatically you will receive the certificates, then automatically everyone will fill because they need a certificate. And doesn't means that my seminars or workshops is effective unless the feedback persons are giving the right data. I have to analyze. Now you can see that how many participants currently right now, whether all are listening the classes or whether all are not listening the classes. Or some persons may mute and they can do their own work. Only some persons may listen. How to identify? This is an application which is used to connect an online seminars or online workshops. But if this application is built with AI, consider that if application is built with AI, and how far the interactions of the participants, how far the resource persons are taking the class, so that once I complete the app, the AI should produce the report. How many participants are very accurate, active, whether they are being highly concentrated or medium concentrated or low concentrated, whether the resource persons has taken the class very highly or medium or low. If I get the feedback from the AI, of course, I have to get the source also. I cannot able to believe AI as soon as. So as a ethics, as a responsible person, I want to know that whether all the participants are there, like that, we can go here. So this is what about here. I think some person has been text here. Yes, of course. That's what I'm coming here. So as a AI, I should, once again, I get the source. How this AI is saying that all the participants are highly concentrated or all the participants are medium concentrated. Since everyone is on their screen, everyone is on their screen, everyone is make mute and they may do some other work. How I can how that AI can identify whether the participants are active listening, how the research persons has been taking a classes. So once the feedback comes, if you provide that the conditional format that submit the feedback and get the certificate, it doesn't mean that the research, we cannot be able to make the work very effectively, since a business should be of analysis and then we have to go for generations. So these are all the things you have to consider. Maintaining a human oversight. That's the point I'm coming here. So here, human review. That's what I told that. A human review is essential in all AI outputs. So whatever the participants, a human who is listening my classes, if they give a right feedback, then we can improve the business. Then we can improve the knowledge level also. If there is a saying that for certificate sake they are being here, then there will be some drawbacks in the improvement of the business also. So these are all the things should be ethical. I'm talking about ethics and responsible. So once I'm applying for workshop, or once suppose I'm a resource person or I may be a participant, I should be ethically and responsible person. That's the one thing we are coming here. Either if I'm a resource person or if I'm a participant, I should be responsible. Then it will be an ethical also, which should help me in my future career. So that's what. Don't fully rely on AI critical areas. Healthcare, especially healthcare, hiring and education requires a supervision. Very important. For healthcare, I need a doctor. For hiring, I need the HR persons, and educations, I need the supervision. For education side of learning, I need the supervision. And ethicals ensures that AI complements and oversight immigrations of errors. Okay, now I go with the link. You can see here. This is about education side, how far this artificial intelligence has been used. And this has been provided by the federal government. And you can see that I given the entire link here. If you have a time, you can go through it, right? Since it is around 57, I will go very fastly. Next one is of ethical prompting and practices. So what are all the things we have to go with? As usual, we have seen this one. Previous slide itself, I have given this information about the guidelines for ethical prompting and previous lines. And constructive uses of AI. So you can see this is about a constructive uses of AI. So there is a lot of things there. So as an ethics, as a responsible view, we have to make it here. You can see. Someone is giving an information. I want to get it. Yes, the back link has been given, right? Anyway, I'll try to complete very fastly since it is time to end the session of this workshop, right? And ethical usage in communications. Avoid spreading AI-generated misinformation. That's what you should not spread it. And verify the content before sharing publicly. And respect the online community and disclosure standard. And you must not use the public opinion unhealthily. And ethical communications maintains the trust here. So you can see this is what about the UNESCO has provided this information. Regarding this, already we have been discussed about the informations, right? We can come here. So these are all the things you should be understand that. So I don't want to waste my time. Why ethics AI in matter? Very important. See, importantly, it should not healthcare, education, finance, and governance. Please be aware of it. And another thing, gap of harm any individual, or we should not harm any individuals or communities. Ensure the fairness, trust, and social acceptances, and misuse of them base discrimination and confidence of the AI users. So you should understand that. And key principles: fairness, transparency, accountability, privacy, and safety. And you can see that each link we are having here, fairness, everything I have given here. Overall summary: be transparent and accountable, verify the output, and this is what at last I'm coming for the conclusion. Be transparent and accountable, verify the output and protect the privacy, avoid biases, misuse and harm, maintain the human oversight and critical thinking, use of support learning, creativity, and achieve the positive effect. So these are all the points you should understand. So with that, I think it is 7:59. I would like to end my session for the 3 days workshop. The first day we have discussed about how far AI tool in research. The second day we have discussed about AI tool in education. The third day, what the user has to do, how to chat with AI, and what all the contents you have to go with ethics and responsible view. I hope with that 3 day I had make this workshops to my extent. Now I would like to get the feedback from all the participants, what is your suggestion or what is your feedback? Please try to give the feedback of my session in order to increase my career and also the RCHUB Academy. So any suggestions, it can be a suggestions or it can be a feedback from your side to give the response. So I request all the participants to give the feedback link. And we are, all the presentations is available in RCHUB Academy YouTube channels. So the YouTube's also channels has been provided. You can subscribe. And whatever the workshops or whatever the seminars they are being organized, it will be uploaded in the website and you can able to update here. So with that, thank you for all the participants for your support in order to, for the 3 days you are being here and take your own time to spend the time with the workshops. Thank you very much.
Contact RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education. WhatsApp 9888 231 231.